Good morning. The 14B District Court is now in session. My name is MIWashington, and I'm the judge that will be presiding over this session. First of all, I want to apologize to everybody for my late start today, very late start. I have meetings that are going on and ongoing regarding some construction regarding the building, and those meetings are going longer than anticipated. So we're starting a little later today. So I apologize for that. Hopefully we can get those under control and they take less time in the future, but I can't guarantee anything. Having said that, the court will call the case of Ypsilanti Township versus Thomas Price, 24T00170.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
And good morning, Your Honor. Dan Garrett on behalf of Thomas Price. Thomas, can you identify yourself, please?
Yes, Thomas, I'm here.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
All right. We're here for a trial today.
Your Honor, if he hasn't been arraigned, we would wait for him to stand mute. If it's just a pretrial, I just informed Mr. Barnett I would like to send him a substance abuse evaluation for possible resolution. May we have an adjournment for a few weeks to get that accomplished?
Of course, it is an arraignment pretrial. Do you wait formal reading of the complaint?
I do, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Having waived formal reading of the complaint, sir, I do have to advise you of the maximum penalty in this particular case. You are charged with the crime of operating while intoxicated. That is a misdemeanor carrying a maximum penalty of up to 90 days and or $100 fine, plus court costs as to bond.
Yeah, we have no objection to a personal bond. Would ask for a referral to community corrections for appropriate monitoring. The allegations in the case involve a crash and alleged blood alcohol level of 0.177.
Thank you.
Of course, that's accurate, Your Honor, and I have no objection to that community corrections referral.
Thank you. This matter will be referred to community corrections with a personal recognizance bond. No alcohol, drugs. You must not leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court, nor further contact with the criminal justice system, sir. And you're going to be placed on a scram tether. You just need a couple of weeks for the adjournment. I could give you July 3rd. Does that work with your calendar, Mr. Garrett?
It doesn't, Your Honor. I'm sorry. Can we go to the 10th if possible?
Yes, July 10th, 2024 at 9:00 a.m. Sir, you need to report to community corrections within 24 hours to get the tether placed on your ankle, okay?
Yes, correct.
And I'll see you all on that particular date and time. And hopefully we can get these things worked out at that time.
Sounds great, Your Honor. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Ypsilanti Township versus Daryl Brown, case number 24T00168 and 23W00456.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Mr. Dabowski, are you here, sir? Mr. Timothy Dabowski?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Tim Dabowski appearing on behalf of defendant Daryl Brown. This
Thank
is
you.
the date and time schedule for arraignment. We'll waive the reading information, stand mute, and ask the court to enter plea of not guilty.
Thank you. Mr. Brown, please state your name for me.
Daryl Brown.
Thank you. Having waived formal reading of the complaint in this particular case, sir, I do have to advise you of the maximum penalties. In this particular case, you are charged with the offense of operating while intoxicated with a high BAC. That is a misdemeanor carrying a maximum penalty of up to 180 days and a fine of not more than $200 and up to $700 plus court costs. Do you understand those penalties, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you. Because your client signing the advice of rights.
I'm sorry, what did you say, Your Honor?
Signing the advice of rights. An advice of rights. Has your client signed one of those?
No, he hasn't, Your Honor. I will make sure he gets that signed and I'll get it back to the court today.
Thank you. So I do have to advise you of your rights in this particular case. You have the right to have a trial by a jury, at which time you can call witnesses to speak for you. You can get an order signed by this court to require that those witnesses come to court. You have the right to see, hear, and question any and all witnesses that are called against you. You have the right to be a witness for yourself, or you can choose to remain silent. If you did choose to remain silent, the prosecutor could not comment on that. You also have the right to be presumed innocent unless proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand those rights, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You're gonna have to sign a form that tells me that you do. Go online and do that for me, please. As to bond,
Yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor, my client has no criminal record outside of this drunk driving. He's taken proactive steps. He's enrolled in the First Step Recovery Program, which is due to start the beginning of next month. He had his license restored by the Washtenaw County clerks or judge, and he has to drive with a breathalyzer, Your Honor, or interlock device. I'd ask for a personal bond, Your Honor.
all right, thank you, Mr. Barnett.
No objection to a personal bond with a referral to community corrections, given the nature of the charge. The allegations in the case involve a traffic stop with an alleged blood alcohol content of 0.215.
You're gonna be referred to community corrections. Within 24 hours, you need to go and get on a scram tether. No alcohol, drugs of any sort, no further contact with the criminal justice system. You need to return here to each and every court date, and do not leave the state without permission of the court, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your next court date in this case, and there'll be a personal cognizance bond with those conditions. Your next court date, does July 3rd work with your calendar, Mr. Dabolsky, or do you need more time?
That will work fine, Your Honor.
July 3rd, 2024 at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
And I'll make sure I get the information to my client as to how he gets a hold of a community
Thank you.
corrections. Thank you.
There's a PBT refusal that has a pre-hearing conference too that will be put onto that same date. July
Thank you.
3rd. Thank you.
Thank you. They have to be placed in that file.
Can I have that first one back? I need the right crash. Ypsilanti Township versus Kathy Gray, 24T00075.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
David I. Goldstein appearing on behalf of the defendant.
Morning,
Kathy Gray defendant.
Good morning.
Kathy Gray defendant. Good morning.
All right, we're here today for a pretrial. There's also a bond violation in this particular case.
Your Honor, with regard to the pretrial, I know this case has been pending for a while. Despite Mr. Barnett's valiant efforts, we still do not have discovery. I just received the video this morning. As we speak, it is downloading, which will take another 4 or 5 hours. And we do not have a written report. Mr. Barnett has been trying valiantly to get that to us, but for some reason, it's just has not happened. So if we could have an adjournment till the 3rd of July, I think Mr. Barnett and I can resolve that issue.
No objection to that, Your Honor. And counsel's correct. We just, for whatever reason, it didn't go through. I think it was mistakenly sent to the public defender's office. So we should have that resolved. And the video has been sent.
Yeah, the video I do have. It's downloading.
All right.
Your Honor, I was not aware of the bond violation. Is this something new? Or is it the same ones from before?
From May 26th, says that, well, we have a couple of things going on here. I know that she was before the, there was a bench warrant that was issued on May 1st. She went to the magistrate after that on
Yeah.
May 8th, but my notes here indicate there are a couple of issues, and I'm not certain why this was not handled. But on April 27th, it looks like she tested at 11:57 a.m. and she was positive for alcohol. So, ma'am, I'm arraigning you on a bond violation. On April 27th, she tested positive for alcohol 0.057 and retested to a 0.60, and then she did not retest again. Then on May 15th at 12:02 a.m., she had a blood alcohol content test of 0.026, retested at 12:17 a.m. and was at 0.015. Then again on May 26th, she tested at 8:37 a.m. and she was positive with a 0.024. So we have 3 positive tests.
Your Honor, I'd ask that those be set for hearing on that same July 3rd date. And I would ask as a favor, I think the court is aware that it's a standing problem in Washtenaw County that defense counsel do not get notices of those violations in a timely manner.
I think my staff just looked and said that it did go to you already.
Okay, I'll look again, but I didn't see it, Judge. I know your court is probably the best in the county for that. I've always appreciated that. Oh, and by the way, Judge, you started late this morning. You came in with a big smile. So you're not the irascible Washtenaw County judge I heard about this morning.
Oh, wow.
Did you know about that posting
No.
this morning? There's
No.
another video with Judge Simpson. You should look for it on the internet.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's sort of funny, but
Okay.
since we all know Judge Simpson, we all understand what happened. But I made a joke to Mr. Guerin this morning that at least we're not in front of the irascible judge.
So July 3rd, we can handle this. I know she wants to go out of town on July 11th. I'm not willing to sign that yet until I have the results of this particular hearing. So I'm not gonna sign that stipulation until I know more about what's going on with these positive
Understood,
tests.
Your Honor. I will look in my email. If I find it, great. If I don't, I'll let your staff know.
Oh, please do. Okay. All
But I
right.
don't remember seeing it, so I'll look again.
Pretrial will be adjourned to July 3rd, 2024 at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And bond will continue for now.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
So, Mr. Barnett, I think you need to have witnesses here for that day.
Understood, Your Honor.
Yeah. You're all set, ma'am. Have a good day.
You too, thank you.
Ypsilanti Township versus Jeffrey Steve. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing it correctly. 24W001009.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Jeffrey Steve present.
Thank you. I wasn't sure I pronounced it correct. How are you this morning, sir?
I'm doing well. Thank you, Judge.
You're here on a pretrial today?
Correct.
Your Honor, does he have counsel? I did speak
Yes,
with
yes.
Ms. Moeller about the
Somebody
case.
from the public defender office gonna speak up for Mr. Jeffrey Steve?
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Davi Lebo for Mr. Steve.
Thank you.
And if I could just have one moment to bring up Ms. Miller's notes.
Of course.
And Your Honor, we're requesting an adjournment today in order to discuss this matter further with Mr. Barnett.
And that's correct, and no objection.
July 3rd or July 10th, what would you prefer?
If we could do July 10th, as long as that works with Mr. Steve.
Mr. Steve, is that okay?
I believe so, Judge. I'm going to quickly. I will make July 10th my priority.
Thank you, sir. July 10th, 2024 at 9 a.m. And I will definitely try to start on time. All right. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ypsilanti Township versus Kyle Blankenship, case number 22T00936.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Assistant Public Defender Sandra White on behalf of Kyle Blankenship.
Thank you.
Mr. Blankenship, can you unmute and state your name?
Kyle Blankenship, good morning.
Mr. Blankenship. All right,
Your Honor,
go ahead.
sorry about that. I'd be such a hurry sometimes. We're asking for an adjournment. I would like to talk to Mr. Barnett about a few things, and we just received media this morning, which I need to review with my client.
No objection.
July 3rd or July 10th?
July 10th.
That works for me.
All right. Pre-trial is adjourned to July 10th, 2024 at 9 a.m. Bond is continued. Have a good day, sir.
Thank you.
Ypsilanti Township versus Jahili Robinson, case number 24T00033.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Assistant Public Defender Sandra White on behalf of Mr. Robinson.
Mr. Robinson, could you please unmute and tell us your full name? Oh, he's the one who.
He has refused to see me and his felony attorney, Your Honor.
Mr. Robinson, please come to the camera. Mr. Robinson, would you please come, turn on, have a seat and come to the camera? Mr. Robinson, sir? Mr. Robinson is charged with retail fraud. And he's now refusing to come to the camera. This is for a Sunoco. All right. I guess we'll just adjourn this until when he will come to the camera. The next date the court has is June 26, 2024 at 9 a.m. Maybe he'll want to talk to us then. Bond is continued.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ypsilanti Township versus Adonis Johnson, case number 24T00090, as well as 23W003524.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Assistant Public Defender Davi Lieb on behalf of Mr. Johnson on the 00090 matter. Mr. Johnson, could you state your name, sir?
Adonis Johnson.
Good morning, sir. All right, we're here for a
Good morning.
Thank you. A pre-trial and a show cause.
Thank you. And with regard to the pretrial, would be requesting an adjournment in order to review some media with Mr. Johnson.
No objection.
Pre-trial is adjourned to July 10th work.
That should be fine with me, Your Honor.
July 10th at 9 a.m. I'll schedule the show cause. Mr. Johnson, you owe $180 on the speeding ticket, sir. When are you going to be able to pay that?
Say that one more time.
You owe $180 on a speeding ticket. When will you be able to pay it?
What is today? Can I pay it the 16th or the 17th of this month?
Yes, sir. So it should be paid by the time you get back.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'll put this back on for July 10th and write a note that you're going to pay. Pay it this
Okay,
month.
you said $180. What would I have?
One second, Miss Daniel,
Girl, they be
Miss
talking to whining and crying and shit.
Miss
Sorry.
Daniel. Sorry about that.
You're okay. So you said it's $180.
Yes, sir.
And where would I go about going to pay that at?
You can come to the 14B District Court here on Whitaker Road. I'm sorry. At 7200 South Huron River Drive in the township, sir.
You said the address is what?
7200 Huron River Drive, South Huron River Drive. In Ypsilanti. All right. Thank you, sir. We'll see you back on July 10th. Okay?
July 10th.
Yes, at 9 a.m. Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Ypsilanti Township versus Tania Nathan, 23W004770 and 24W000357.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Assistant Public Defender Davi Lee before Ms. Nathan. Ms. Nathan, could you state your name, please?
Is she still here? I don't.
No, she's trying to come back in now.
Okay.
What did they do? Would you guys say Krista?
It's Daniel. Krista
Okay.
Daniel.
I'm so sorry. I'm at school too, trying to make sure.
Ma'am, Miss Daniel. Miss Daniel.
I'm here
Not unmute your device again.
for like, listen.
You do not mute your, you need to mute your device and do not unmute it again. All right, Miss Tania Nathan, are you here? Is she connected?
No.
All right, she's not connected. I'm gonna have to pass that one.
Your Honor, I do see Tania's iPhone.
I just said she's not connected. Ypsilanti Township versus John Glenn, 23W003665.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Assistant Public Defender Sandra White on behalf of Paul Barnett.
I'm sorry?
You representing me?
On behalf of John Glenn. I didn't even catch it at first either. Oh my goodness, I need another cup of coffee. I've had two already.
All right,
Mr. Glenn, can you state your
Glenn,
name?
can you please state your name?
John Glenn.
Thank you. All right. We're here in this matter for a driving while license suspended. Mr. John Glenn is still revoked.
That is correct, Your Honor. And he was denied. I think we talked about on the last court date, and I guess they told him it would be about he did consult with another attorney, and it's going to be, I think he said about a year before he can get his license. So there's been an offer from Mr. Barnett of no operator's license on person. We have talked about that this may affect getting his license back longer, but he's going to go ahead and accept that offer.
All right. Mr. Glenn, it's my understanding, sir, you're going to plead to an added count 2 of no operator's license on person. Well, first of all, Mr. Barnett, is that a correct statement of the agreement?
It is, Your Honor. Thank you.
You're going to be pleading guilty to an added count of no operator's license on person. That is a misdemeanor carrying maximum penalty of 90 days and or up to $100 fine plus court costs. In exchange for that plea, count 1, the more serious misdemeanor would be dismissed. And there are, I believe, no points that would be on your license for the no operator's license on person, but it could have some additional consequences as your attorney just explained to you. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes.
All right. Is that what you want to do?
Yes.
Please raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. I'm going to go over some rights that you have, sir, that you're going to be giving up by entering into this plea. Please stop me if you have any questions or if you feel like you need to speak with your attorney again, okay?
Okay.
You have the right to have a trial by a jury, at which time you can call witnesses to speak for you. You can get an order signed by this court to require that those witnesses come to court. You have the right to see, hear, and question any and all witnesses that are called by the prosecutor. And you also have the right to be a witness for yourself, or you could choose to remain silent. If you chose to remain silent, the prosecutor could not comment on that. In addition to that, you have the right to be presumed innocent unless proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt.
Understand.
All right. Do you understand you're going to be giving up each of those rights and you're not going to be having a trial of any sort?
Yes.
You also understand that there's no automatic right to appeal this decision. So the decision you're making today, in all likelihood, is going to stick with you. Do you understand that?
Yes, I understand.
And do you also understand that if you were on probation, parole, or bond when this offense was committed, which was on September the 7th of 2023, and you're still on that same probation, parole, or bond, you could be in violation of it?
Yes.
Were you on any on that date and time?
Say that again?
Were you on probation, parole, or bond on that date?
No, not aware of.
Okay. And if you're not a U.S. citizen, you could have immigration consequences. Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, I am U.S. citizen.
Thank you. All right. To the charge of no operator's license on person, how do you plead, sir?
Guilty.
Anyone promise you anything other than what we placed on the record today to get you to plead guilty?
No.
Anyone threatening you in any way, shape, or form?
No.
All right. So on or about September 7th, were you operating a motor vehicle at the vicinity of Ellsworth Road and Hewitt Road here in Ypsilanti Township?
Yes, I was coming back from our heart doctor.
Oh, wow. Okay. And at that time, sir, did you not have an operator's license on your person?
No, I didn't have another person.
All right. I find that there's a factual basis for the plea has been willingly and knowingly made. Are you satisfied, Mr. Barnett?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Thank you. I take your requesting immediate sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. Anything you want to say on behalf of your client?
Only that Mr. Glenn has been, as Your Honor knows, trying to get his license back. And as he stated on that date, he was coming back to his heart doctor, although that is not an excuse for driving without a license, and he understands that.
Anything you want to say, Mr. Barnett?
No, Your Honor.
Anything from you, sir?
No, I'm
$325 in fines and costs, sir. Will you be able to pay those today?
I can pay 80 today and make payments on the rest.
How much can you pay per month, sir?
I can do $50 every other week.
All right, what I'll do is set you up for $100 a month. You can pay it every other week if that's the way you want to do it. But I do a monthly plan, okay?
Oh, okay.
So I'll set it up for $100 a month, and
Okay.
I'll do it on the first of the month. And as long as you get it in before that time period, however you choose to pay it, works just fine. Okay.
Okay, now I can pay 80 today?
Yes, with the 80 today, correct.
Oh.
I'm just finding my sticker to be able to put this on. So monthly, first payment is $80 due today. You came to get this?
Yeah.
Okay. And the first one to $50. And I will see you back here on September the 11th, 2024 at 10 o'clock a.m. If in fact you are current, then you don't have to come back to court. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Take care of yourself, Mr. Glenn. I hope that your heart situation gets under control.
Yeah, it's been a little rough, but it's hanging in there.
All right.
They got me on steroid pills. I had 2 heart attacks, so
Oh, wow. I'm sorry to hear that.
a little rough.
Take care of yourself, sir.
I will. Thank you. Oh.
Count one is dismissed. The court will recall the case of Chania Nathan, case numbers 23W004770 and 24W000357.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Assistant Public Defender Dottie Leap on behalf of Ms. Nathan. Ms. Nathan, could you state your name, ma'am?
Chania Nathan.
Good morning, Ms. Nathan. How are you this morning?
Good.
All right, we're here on a pretrial and a pre-hearing conference.
Yes, Your Honor, with regard to the pretrial, we're going to be asking for one final adjournment. Ms. Nathan did go to the Secretary of State. She fully expected to get her license at the time. She went through 2 forms of identification. Unfortunately, she was told that she additionally needed her Social Security card, which my understanding is that she's getting today.
No objection to an adjournment.
Ms. Nathan, you think you can get this taken care of by July 24th?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, July 24th, 2024 at 9 a.m. We'll see you all.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day. Ypsilanti Township versus Dario Richard, case number 22T00938.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Someone representing Mr. Richard?
I'm sorry, Assistant Public Defender Sandra White on behalf of Dario with Wilson. Richard, I'm having a hard time today.
Mr. Richard, could you please state your name?
Dario Richard. Good morning.
Good morning.
Unfortunately, it looks like Mr. Richard has not made any payments. Mr. Richard, what's going on? We were
Just about-
unable to get in contact with you.
My phone is off. I apologize about that.
Okay.
Wasn't sure if I excuse me, needed to call or how to get in contact with probation. Or
Mr. Richard, what's going on with your payments, sir?
I just haven't been able to pay. That's all. I'm trying to figure out if I'm able to get a monthly payment arrangement.
How much
If
can you pay?
possible.
How
I'm
much
sorry.
how much can you pay per month?
I know $100 for sure. I received disability for the health reasons, so it's just a little tough.
I understand. All right, I'll set you up at $100 per month. You want that to be on what day of the month, sir?
Between the 1st and the 3rd.
All right. Then what I'll do is I'll set it up for the 3rd of each month, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Did you say 50 or 100? What did you say?
100.
$100 each month on the 3rd of each month. So the first payment will be due in July. And we'll see you back here on September the 11th, 2024 at 10. If you're making your payments, you don't need to be here. If you're not, then I'll see you at that time. Okay, Mr. Richard?
Yes, ma'am.
Take care of yourself.
Have a blessed day.
You too. The court will call the case of Ypsilanti Township versus Krista Daniel, case number 23T00460.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Assistant Public Defender Davi Lieb on behalf of Ms. Daniel. Ms. Daniel, could you state your name, ma'am?
Mr. Daniel.
Ms. Daniel,
Yes.
first of all, you unmuted your device on more than one occasion when I asked you not to do that. Secondly, you put all these messages in the chat that are not appropriate. No one's texting you about being in court.
My bad. I know. All right, so I'll take it.
Mr. Lebo, where are we with this matter?
Your Honor, we're going to be requesting one final adjournment.
I did that last time. I wrote right here, final adjournment, May 29th.
Yes, Your Honor. So I did complete discussions with Mr. Barnett in this matter, and I did discuss the results of that negotiation with Ms. Daniel. Ms. Daniel's asked me to request an additional adjournment so that she can explore whether her options in her felony case may be different at this time.
I think that's what we were exploring last time. I'm not doing any more adjournments.
Yes, Your Honor. Daniel, would you like to accept the offer that we discussed at this time?
I didn't hear you.
Ms. Daniel, the judge indicated he's not going to be granting any further adjournments. Would you like to accept the offer that we discussed at this time?
Yes.
Sorry, I just didn't want to.
Thank you. Your Honor, we have an agreement today where Ms. Daniel will be pleading guilty to operating while visibly impaired.
And that's correct statement of the plea offer, Your Honor.
Ms. Daniel, please raise your right hand to be sworn.
Right.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes. I don't know what's happening. Y'all are like breaking up. Like
All right. Mr. Lebo, I think you need to talk to your client, so
Yes, Your Honor.
not going well right now. I'm gonna put you in a breakout room with her.
Thank you.
Ypsilanti Township versus Ryan Caudill, case number 24T13657.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Ryan Caudill.
Thank you. Hello, Mr. Caudill.
Hello.
Mr. Barnett, this is the chicken case.
Yeah, it is, Your Honor. And I think we're going to proceed to a hearing today.
I thought you were going to provide me with some law regarding this before we had our hearing.
Oh, I'm sorry about that, Your Honor. I wasn't clear that that's what I was supposed to be doing. I do have a memorandum of law. I could provide that to the court and Mr. Caudill, if perhaps we could just adjourn to it another date and you can review that. I apologize. I didn't realize that's what I was supposed to be doing.
All right. So, Mr. Caudill, I think what he's saying is based on the law that he has reviewed, that they believe that they have the right to still proceed in this matter. He's going to send you a copy of the memorandum of law that he has regarding this and send it to me so that we can both be fully informed as to his basis for that belief. Do you understand that part, sir? You're unmuted.
Yeah. Sorry.
And I spoke with Mr. Barnett a little bit too. I think we're both under the understanding that I just have to prove why I have a chicken versus a standard like cat or dog. And I have a letter from
Ma'am, we're not taking any testimony today
Oh, I'm
because I
sorry.
need to see the law too. I'm
Okay.
explaining to you that he's gonna send that over to you and over to me. I'm gonna review it. And then when we take the testimony, I have a framework within which to make my decision. Okay?
Yep.
All right.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
I think it's really my fault that I didn't realize. I didn't realize I was sending the memo first to them.
Does July 3rd, that's okay. Does July 3rd work with everyone's calendar? Or are you out of town to the
No,
party?
no, I can make anything work for you, dear.
right,
Ms.
July-
Regala, does that work with you, Ms. Regala? I know she's
No,
on.
I'm off from the
Okay.
3rd.
All right, then how about July 10th?
That's fine.
All right. July
That's
10th,
fine.
2024 at 10 a.m. We'll just make it 11 since we know we're taking testimony. I'm gonna make it 11 a.m. because I'm not gonna stop everything and do testimony during the middle of the docket anyway. So we'll make it 11 o'clock. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Ypsilanti Township versus Shelley Brantley, 24W001140.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you, Ms. Brantley?
I can't complain.
You're back here because you told me you were going to pay this $180 by June 7th.
I know.
But I know. What happened?
Life has happened. Since then, can I get a few more weeks or no?
You sound sick. Are you okay?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. Yeah, I give you a few more weeks. So how about July the 17th?
Yes, ma'am.
You can have it done by then?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you sure?
No, but I'm gonna make it happen.
You want me to give you the August 7th?
That'd be perfect. Thank you.
Okay. August 7th, 2024. I'm writing down that you said that'll be perfect. August
Thank you.
7th at
Yes,
9
ma'am.
a.m. I'll make it 10 a.m. I'll see you at 10 a.m. If it's paid, you don't have to be here, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you. Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Ypsilanti Township versus Randy Clark, case number 24W000825.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Mr. Randy Clark, please unmute your device. Randy Clark. Passing that matter. Ypsilanti Township versus Ray's Right, case number 23T00274.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Assistant Public Defender Sandra White on behalf of Ray's Right. Mr. Wright, can you state your name?
Race, right?
Thank you. All right, Mr. Wright, you're here today for a violation. We're here for a review, and I need to arraign you on a violation of probation. Mr. Wright, it alleges that you failed to complete the MAD Victim Impact Panel as ordered. You failed to complete the Breaking the Cycle course as ordered. You failed to attend the 10 open 12-step meetings as ordered, and you tested positive for alcohol via ETG on April 18, 2024. These are all technical violations. Sir, I'm still talking. These are technical violations of which you could receive up to 5 days in the Washington County Jail. At this time, that is the recommendation, and to continue your on probation. Miss White, have you had a chance to talk to your client about these? You're entitled to have a hearing on these, sir, at which time, if it is found that you actually violated the terms of your probation, that 5 days would be the maximum that you could receive. Miss White, have you had a chance to speak to your client about what he would like to do?
I have, Your Honor. And Mr. Wright, you're going to admit to the violation because this wasn't done in time, correct?
It wasn't done in time. I didn't send it all. When I did, I sent it just a bit.
All right.
It's been going through a lot of depression and talking to therapist.
Sir, 1 second. I gotta stop your video, first of all, so you're not breaking up. And then secondly, Miss White, this is not how that's done. So
I'm sorry.
If he's going to admit to the violation, I need to swear him in and move forward from that position. What is your client going to do?
He's going to admit to the violation, Your Honor. My apologies.
Thank you. Mr. Wright, would you Sir, if you would raise your right hand, please, to be sworn. Do you swear or affirm?
Miss,
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
yes, ma'am.
Thank you. And I turned your video off, sir, because it helps with the bandwidth when you have low bandwidth. So if you could, thank you.
Okay.
All right, sir. Yes, you sound much better now. So it's my understanding you're going to waive your right to have a hearing in this matter, and you're going to admit to the violation. Is that correct?
Violation of dropping dirty.
Violation of your probation for all the things that I just said, sir.
If I can have a
Yeah,
breakout.
I'm sorry.
I think
Yep,
he's.
I'll put you in a
yeah.
breakout.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, our next case requires a translator, but I think I'm going to toss something in the interim until we get the translator in the courtroom.
Morning. Thank you for calling Language Line Solutions. This is Charlie, 218-894, your Spanish interpreter today. Proud to serve you. This call may be monitored for training and for quality assurance purposes.
Thank you. If you could raise your right hand, please.
Sure.
You swear or affirm that you will translate from English to Spanish and Spanish to English to the best of your ability?
I do.
Thank you. The court will call the case of Ypsilanti Township versus Angela Martinez, 23W002823.
My apologies, Your Honor. Can you repeat the case number?
Yes, I said it really fast. 23W002823.
I do appreciate that. Thank you. Este tribunal es el llamado del caso del condado o ciudad de Ypsilanti en contra de Ángela Martínez, caso número 23W002823.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Representando a la ciudad tenemos al señor Paul Barnett.
Mr. Lebo, could you step in, please?
Señora jueza,
Certainly,
¿pide
Your
la
Honor.
comparecencia del señor Lebo?
Certainly, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Davy Leba on behalf of Ms. Martinez.
Representando a la señora Martínez tenemos al señor David Lebo como defensor público.
And Ms. Martinez, can you state your name, ma'am?
Señora Martínez, favor de mencionar su nombre.
Ángela María Lara Martínez.
Angela Maria Lara Martinez.
Thank you. We're here today on this particular matter because Ms. Martinez pled guilty as charged with the prosecutor's deferred.
Bien, nos encontramos el día de hoy atendiendo este asunto legal debido a que la señora Ángela Martínez ha presentado una declaración de culpable o de culpabilidad ante la propuesta que se le ha presentado por parte de la Fiscalía.
She's supposed to pay $325.
Yes, Your Honor. And Ms. Martinez does tell us that she plans to make a payment of at least $600 today.
Su señoría pregunta entonces si esto va a proceder. El señor Lebo responde que así es, que la señora Martínez se comprometió a hacer un pago de por lo menos de $600.
Why is she paying $600? Is there another case?
Pregunta su señoría, ¿por qué va a pagar $600? ¿Existe algún otro caso o por qué?
I don't believe so, Your Honor. My understanding is that Ms. Martinez may have believed their amount was higher. I do now see that it was just $325.
Mr. Lebo is breaking up, Your Honor. Can I kindly request a repetition of that?
Yes.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry, sir. Can you repeat that with me?
Certainly. I do see that Ms. Martinez only owes $325. Note from Ms. Whiten's file that she intended to make payment of at least $600. My understanding is that perhaps Ms. Martinez believes the amount was higher.
¿Puedo
Thank you,
hablar?
Sí, lo que pasa es que yo estoy viendo aquí un cargo de $325 cuando la señora Martínez al parecer piensa que es de $600. Por eso quiero pensar que la señora Martínez tiene la creencia de que podría ser una cantidad mayor. May I speak?
Yes.
Sí,
Es que yo en la última corte había entendido que eran 585 y, y por eso hice, no estaba yo segura de cuál era exactamente, por eso hice el pago de 600, porque no quería que faltara nada.
it's just that in my last court appearance, I thought the amount was actually $585. So I wasn't really sure, and I don't want to like run short. So I just wanted to make sure that by paying 600, I wasn't missing anything.
The amount is 325.
La cantidad de 325.
Okay.
That needed to be paid for today, ma'am.
Necesita ser pagado el día de hoy, señor.
Hice un pago de 600.
I already made a payment of $600.
No payments have been made on this ticket.
Pero para esta multa no se ha hecho ningún pago.
Permítame, le tengo el número si me permite lo puedo buscar, tengo una captura.
Bear with me, Your Honor. If I may, I have a screenshot.
I'm not going to be able to see the screenshot, ma'am.
El número de referencia es 42 43 0445.
The reference number is 42430445.
When did she make that payment?
¿Cuándo hizo usted ese pago?
Esta mañana.
This morning.
Online?
¿Por internet?
Sí, en línea.
Online, yes.
It may not have come through yet. We're going to pass this and talk to the clerks to see if maybe they can track it down.
Vamos a... Sorry for interrupting.
No, go ahead, Charlie.
Thank you, Your Honor. Vamos a entonces pasar este asunto del cobro con la parte de los secretarios de actas o actuarios para ver si ellos pueden rastrear y encontrar el pago.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Thank you.
One moment, please.
I apologize, Your Honor. How
The
should
court's
we-
going to be in just a brief recess so I can see if I can track this down. I don't really want to pass it because we're paying for the translator. So give me one moment.
Certainly. Vamos a entrar en receso para poder corroborar el cumplimiento de este pago. Vamos a esperar un momento.
Sí, está bien.
Ok.
Okay, I had an opportunity to speak with the clerks.
Bien, Tendría que canalizarse esto para hablar con la secretaria de actas.
The online system would not take a payment for more than it is owed.
Nos informan que el sistema no tiene la capacidad de recibir o aceptar un pago que exceda la cantidad adeudada.
So we are not sure where or who she paid, but we need to have her send that information to the clerks in the email.
Y por lo tanto, no sabemos realmente quién hizo el pago o cómo lo hizo, pero necesitamos que esta información sea enviada por correo electrónico al tribunal.
The email to send it to has been placed into the chat. Does she know how to use the chat feature?
¿Sabe usted cómo utilizar el chat en esta transmisión? Porque la dirección de correo electrónico la hemos puesto en ese chat.
Oh, ya lo, permítame, lo guardo.
Yes, I'm saving it.
Right. I'm going to have to pass it despite my desire to not do so and recall it once we have some response from the clerical staff.
Bueno, vamos a tener que posponer. No es que yo desee posponer el asunto legal que estamos tratando, pero tenemos que nuevamente reanudarlo una vez que recibamos la información por parte de las oficinas de los actuarios.
Please email it ASAP. Can you do that right now, ma'am?
Por favor, le pido que envíe por correo electrónico esto tan pronto como le sea posible. ¿Puede hacerlo ahorita, señora?
Sí, incluso mi banco me mandó un aviso del cargo que que habían hecho a mi tarjeta y dice ahí el nombre también del condado, Washington.
Yes, I can. Even the bank, they send me a notification regarding this charge made on my account or my card coming from the Washington County.
She still needs to send that to the clerks.
Sí, de todas maneras, usted va a necesitar enviar esta información al tribunal.
Sí, está bien.
I'll pass it and recall it in a few minutes.
Voy entonces a posponerlo brevemente y vamos nuevamente a llamar el caso para atenderlo en unos minutos más.
Entonces mando y sigo esperando en línea con ustedes. Mando eso y
Should I send this email then and
Yes,
hold?
right now. Yes.
Sí, así es, va a ser ahorita.
ok, gracias.
Thank you.
All right, the court will recall the matter. No, he's gonna stay. No. I think we have to
Pásame
pay.
tu lapicero.
All right, Charlie, if you could just stay for a few minutes for us, please. Thank
I'll
you.
be happy to stay, Your Honor.
Ypsilanti Township versus Randy Clark, 24W0000825.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Randy Clark.
All right, Mr. Clark, we're here today on a expired plate for a formal hearing.
Yeah, that's correct, Your Honor. I believe it was up previously as well. At this time, I'm going to move to dismiss the ticket.
Thank you.
This matter is now dismissed. Have a good day, Mr. Clark.
Judge, thank you, Mr. Barnett.
You're welcome.
Ypsilanti Township versus Vixie Joseph Smith, case number 22T00862.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Assistant Public Defender Davi Liba on behalf of Ms. Joseph Smith. Ms. Joseph Smith, please state your name.
Vixie Joseph hyphenated Smith.
Hello, Ms. Vixie Joseph hyphenated Smith. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
All right, Ms. Vixie Joseph Smith made a payment on April 4th of $400, leaving a balance of $412. Ms. Vixie Joseph Smith, when can you make that payment?
Ms. Joseph Smith will be able to resume her payments in July. But she has told me that she's currently recovering from some surgery and is unable to work at this time, but will be resuming in July.
Okay. And she doesn't have a payment plan, so when you say resuming, what does that mean?
Ms. Joseph Smith, do you intend to pay the balance in July?
No, I had a payment plan of $91. If I can keep that payment plan and the months that I can do more, I will.
Okay, I guess you had that with probation. Is that correct?
Yeah, I got that from probation.
Okay. All right. I'll put you on a payment plan with directly with me for that amount.
Okay.
On what day of the month were you supposed to make your payments? Do you have a different day that would work better?
I didn't specific day.
All right. We'll make it the 15th of each month. Okay.
Oh,
Hmm.
there she came back.
Miss Vixie Joseph Smith, did you hear me when I said that I would make it on the 15th of each month? You're muted still. You're muted, ma'am.
Thank you.
You're
No,
welcome.
my
Have a
phone's
good
been
day.
cutting in and out. That's why it muted you.
That's okay. Have a good day. What I'll do is I'll see you back here on September the, can I get a date after the 15th?
Thank you.
1 second. I'll see you back here on September the 18th, 2024 at 10.
Sounds good.
If you're making your payments, you don't have to be here, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Ypsilanti Township versus Norman Johnson, 21W002448, 22W004906, and 20W00419.109B.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Mr. Johnson, can you state your name?
Norman Johnson.
Thank you. Mr. Johnson, you're here on payment plans. I'm trying to see what type of tickets we got here. We got an expired plate and impeding traffic. How long you in for this time, Mr. Johnson?
I'm not yet.
All right. It looks like one moment. This is a misdemeanor. Trying to see if it's a misdemeanor or civil infraction. All right, these are both civil infractions, so I can't actually give him credit for time served in jail, which is what I was going to do, sir. Civil infractions I cannot give jail time for, so I can't give you credit. So I'll just have to put these out for a while. You say you don't know yet. What are your charges?
Hopefully it's not too much longer. Hope another couple of weeks. But if you put it out till August or September, I should be out by then.
Okay, September 11th, 2024 at 10 a.m. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Ypsilanti Township versus Troy Miller, 24W000053.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Mr. Troy Miller, are you here, sir? Could you state your name for me? Yes, we're going to stop your video, sir, 'cause we can't hear you. Mr. Troy Miller, can you please state your name?
My name is Troy Miller. It says that the host has disabled something, so I can't live screen it.
Okay.
I'm hoping you can hear me.
I can hear you just fine, sir. Thank you. All right. You're here because you owe $180 on this impeding traffic ticket that you told me you were going to pay?
Yes. Yes, I get paid this Friday, and I just don't have it until this Friday.
All right. I'll see you back here on June 26th, 2024 at 10 a.m. You should have it paid off by then, and then you don't have to come back. Okay?
June 26th. June 26th. Got it. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
All right. Let's see what else we have up here. All right. Are we ready on the Krista Daniel matter yet?
Yes, Your Honor.
What would we call the case of Ypsilanti Township versus Krista Daniel? Case number 23T00460.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Assistant Public Defender Delphi, lead before Ms. Daniel. Ms. Daniel, please state your name, ma'am.
Krista Daniel.
Mr. Lebo, you had a chance to talk to your client. What would your client like to do at this time?
Your Honor, Ms. Daniel would like to plead guilty to operating while visibly impaired.
Ms. Daniel, you've already been sworn in, ma'am. I'm going to go over some rights that you have. It's my understanding you're going to be pleading guilty to operating while visibly impaired. That is a misdemeanor, carrying a maximum penalty of up to 93 days and or $300 fine plus court costs. Do you understand that, ma'am?
Yes.
And is that what you want to do? In exchange for that, they're going to dismiss the more serious offense. Is that what you're doing today?
Yes. I do have a question, if I may ask. So with the visually impaired case, it still will result in the same thing as the OWI case?
Ms. Daniel, I believe we discussed this in the breakout room.
I don't know a lot about the legal system, and I'm allowing someone to make a decision, so I want to make sure it's the right decision. That's all.
The penalties are different, and that's for your attorney to explain to you. I already explained to you that the maximum on this is up to 93 days or a $300 fine, and it carries 4 points on your license and different license sanctions. The more higher offense carries 93 days and or a $500 fine plus court costs, and it carries 6 points on your license with different license and sanctions. So everything is a little bit different.
Okay. Okay.
Having that understanding, what do you want to do, ma'am?
I want to do the lesser one.
All right. Please raise your right. You already raised your right hand. I'm going to go over your rights that you have that you're going to be giving up by entering into this plea. You have a right to have a trial by a jury on the original charges, ma'am. At which time, if you wanted to, you could get witnesses to come in and to speak on your behalf, and you'd get an order signed by me to require those witnesses come to court. You have the right to see, hear, and question all witnesses. You have the right to be a witness for yourself, or you could choose to remain silent. If you chose to remain silent, the prosecutor couldn't comment on that. You also have the right to be presumed innocent unless proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand those rights?
Yes.
You understand you're going to be giving up all those rights and you're not going to be having a trial by entering into this particular plea agreement?
Yes.
And do you also understand that there's no automatic right to appeal this decision? So the decision you're making today, in all likelihood, is going to stick with you.
Yes.
Sure you understand all that?
Okay, I have one more question. If I took it to trial, would it put it in the same court as if I went to circuit court for 14A?
It
No,
would
ma'am.
not.
It would not.
Okay.
This is a misdemeanor, and that's a felony.
Okay.
Okay. Can I see counsel in the breakout room?
Yes, Senator.
You know if the clerk's All right, we're back on the record in Ypsilanti Township versus Krista Daniel, 23T00460. Ms. Daniel, I'm gonna give you one last opportunity to talk to your attorney and have your attorney talk to the felony division about this matter. But I'm gonna tell you right now, do not come back to the courtroom with that attitude again, okay?
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. I was trying to make sure I could hear class and you, and it kept unmuted on the AirPods.
I will see you back here on July 10th.
Thank you. Have a good day.
1 second. Let's see. Okay. All right, so your pretrial is tomorrow in this felony case. So July 10th, 2024 at 10 a.m. 9 a.m. I'll see you then, okay? Bond
Okay,
discount.
thank you.
You're welcome. All right, the court will recall the matter of Ypsilanti Township versus Angela Martinez, 23W002823.
Tribunal de Ypsilanti hace el llamado nuevamente del caso del gobierno de Ypsilanti en contra de Ángela Martínez, caso 23W002823.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Representando el gobierno de la ciudad, tenemos al señor Paul Barnett.
Assistant Public Defender Davi Liba on behalf of Ms. Martinez.
Tenemos al señor Davi Libo como el defensor público, representando legalmente a la señora Ángela Martínez.
All right. Ms. Martinez, please state your name again.
Por favor, mencione su nombre nuevamente.
Ángela María Lara Martínez.
Angela Maria Lara Martinez.
All right, the defendant sent over the information showing that the payment was processed successfully. Unfortunately, this is to the Washington County Trial Court, not the 14B District Court.
Bueno, tenemos la información entonces de que la demandada ya ha enviado la información debida, en donde se estipula que el pago fue procesado exitosamente. Lamentablemente, esta información o el pago fue realizado en el Tribunal de Washington y no en el Tribunal Colegiado de Circuito 14B.
Does your client have cases at the trial court?
Su señoría pregunta si la clienta del abogado que está representándole cuenta con algún caso pendiente en un tribunal ante juicio.
Not to my or Ms. White's knowledge, Your Honor.
Responde el señor Libo, representante de la demandada, que no sabe al respecto.
And I see Ms. Martinez shaking her head.
Y puedo ver que también la señora
I don't know if
Martínez está diciendo que no con la cabeza.
I don't know if it's
No.
that reason. You do not?
¿No tiene casos?
No, lo hice mal, es que me ayudó mi hermana, como no sabía yo cómo hacerlo, el pago, le pedí ayuda a ella porque no sabía cómo hacerlo y me lo hizo ahí entonces, y lo hicimos mal, y entonces, ¿qué puedo hacer?
No, I don't. It's just that I made a mistake. It seems I didn't know how to do this, so I asked my sister. She helped me do the whole thing, but it seems we actually did it wrong. What can I do now?
I don't know the answer to that question.
No sé la respuesta a esa pregunta.
Mr. Lebo, you may want to call over to the trial court to try to find out how this works. Like, do they refund her or do they apply it to the case number? She put the correct case number in there, so I'm just not sure what they do.
Yes, Your Honor. One of us will give that crowd.
1 second.
I'm sorry, thank you very much. Su señoría le pregunta al señor Libo, abogado de la señora Martínez, si puede comunicarse con el tribunal de juicios para averiguar qué es lo que sucedió, ver si pueden aplicar el pago acá a lo que es la corte o el tribunal correspondiente correcto, porque vemos que el número de caso que se puso sí es el número de caso correcto, pero no sé cómo procedan ellos. Y el señor Libo va a responder.
Yes, Your Honor, and we will be doing that.
El señor Libo responde que sí, se van a comunicar.
All right, I'll put this over to July 3rd. If they have corrected it before then, I believe she's all satisfied and does not need to be here.
Bueno, hemos ya pospuesto este asunto legal para el día 3 de julio. Si para entonces la corrección ya ha sido completada, entonces usted ya no va a tener que comparecer aquí nuevamente. Ya todo queda saldado.
If they have not corrected it, then she'll need to be back here.
Pero si no lo han corregido para entonces, usted tendrá que volver aquí nuevamente.
¿Y cómo puedo saber si sí fue corregido?
How can I find out whether or not it's been corrected for me?
Talk to your attorney, ma'am.
Hable con su abogada, señora. Abogado.
Ms. Martinez, you'll be hearing from Ms. White on that.
El señor abogado Livo le comenta a su señoría que la señora Martínez va a enterarse, va a recibir información al respecto.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Thank you, Charlie.
Gracias a ustedes. Y disculpe por hacer las cosas incorrectas.
I'm sorry for doing this incorrectly, and thank you very much. And the interpreter says, thank you very much for using our services.
Thank you. You were trying, ma'am. I understand. Thank you.
Bueno, usted por lo menos lo intentó, señora Ángela. La entendemos y gracias.
Gracias.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
You too.
Thank you.
The court will recall the case of Ypsilanti Township versus Race Wright, case number 23T00274.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Assistant Public Defender Sandra
Race
White on
Wright.
behalf of Race Wright. I wanted to say White. Mr. Wright, please state your name.
Race right.
Thank you. All right, Ms. White, where are we with this matter?
Mr. Wright would like to admit to the violations. I think I need a third cup of coffee.
All right. Mr. Wright, I think I had sworn you in, and we were at the stage where
Yes, ma'am.
you were going to admit to the violations. You understand?
Yes.
The recommendation is for 5 days in jail at this time?
Yes.
All right. So, sir, is it true you failed to complete the MAD victim impact panel?
No, I completed it. I sent it in late though. That is my fault.
When did you had you completed it by June 10th?
I completed fully yesterday because I didn't have the money until yesterday. I've
So
been
you had not,
out of the family.
you had not completed it by June 10th then. That's correct, correct?
Absolutely correct, yes.
And then you failed to complete the breaking cycle course. Is that correct?
I thought that was all one and the same. I mistook that. That is my fault. I missed the session that she did tell me, which was a mix between a week because she was waiting on other people to register.
Mr. Wright, do you remember I said we will give the explanation afterwards?
Oh, sorry. My apologies.
So is that a yes? You failed to complete the breaking the cycle?
Yes.
You failed to attend the 12 open step meetings? 10 open 12-step meetings?
No, I attended.
You did attend those?
I'd rather enjoy those. Yes.
Oh. Did you test positive for alcohol on April 18th?
Yes, I did.
All right. I find that there's a knowing and willing admission to at least 3 of the violations. Are you satisfied, Mr.
Why
Barnett?
don't you go in and
Yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. Now you may give me your explanation.
As Mr. Wright stated, he did complete the 12-step meetings. He did not send the proof over to Ms. Straub, I believe is his agent, till yesterday. He completed the MAD victim impact panel. He did not have the rest of the money, and he completed that yesterday. We do ask that Your Honor does not file the recommendation. Mr. Wright has been dealing with depression. He said he did not realize how bad depression could be and how much of his life it could take over. He is seeing a therapist now, and he has been going through some rough times, and he made a bad choice with testing positive on April 18th. He made a bad choice to take a drink, but he has been negative since that time. We did see in the report that the agent is willing to give him one more chance, although she did make the recommendation of 5 days in jail. So we're asking that Your Honor does give him another chance without the 5 days in jail. And Mr. Wright, do you still wish to speak to the court?
She said she stated at the
Yeah.
last court date that she
I-
could. One second, please. Miss White, she said at the last court date she was willing to give him one more chance, not this one.
Oh, I misread that. My fault.
All right. Mr. Barnett, is there something you'd like to say with respect to this?
I'll leave it in your discretion. I mean, it's not as if he hasn't done anything, but certainly it's not sufficient to be in compliance, and the recommendation is not unreasonable.
Thank you. What would you like to say, Mr. Wright?
I'm just honestly, I have a whole change in life. I don't know. I've been learning new things every day and taking it a step at a time, and been trying to find a sponsor as well, different duties. And that was definitely a mistake on it. We've definitely been being sober. And that insured, it was just a reinsurance, like, yeah, that's the way to go. And usually when you're as they say at AA, when you're feeling bad, you come in. When you're feeling good, you come in. So, and I didn't make it there when I was feeling bad. And that's definitely where I should have helped myself more. I've been taking that every day ever since. I just don't want to fall off the bandwagon. I even emailed Miss Straub and was just letting her know anybody how I feel or what I'm going through with change life and being a new father and being a partner. It's just been even taking care of family that I do talk to. So, that's all. Just trying to make a change, be better every day.
Thank you, Mr. Wright. I believe you. So I'm gonna give you another chance.
I appreciate you.
Please stick to that. Even when it's good or bad, make it there. Okay?
Yeah, most
But
definitely.
I'm gonna send you to this. You need to get a sponsor. Okay? So make sure you have a sponsor
Yeah.
the next time you come in. So I'm sentencing you to get a sponsor. And I'm also sentencing you to, you say your attorney says you started counseling for your depression. Is that correct?
Yes, correct.
Get a sponsor and a counselor, and 2 days of community service. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Your probation is continued. I'll see you in 60 days. So
60 days. All right.
yeah, August 21st, 2024.
Okay.
At 10 a.m. Keep putting in the work.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm working on it. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too, man.
Bye. The court will call the matters of Mr. John Funch, case numbers 19T11370, 19T1378, and 19T11371.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Mr. Funch, please hit *6 so that you can unmute your device for me.
Okay, I'm here.
Please state your name for me, sir.
It's John Michael Funch.
Thank you, sir. All right, Mr. Funch, you're here on show causes because you owe us money on these tickets.
Well, I paid the tickets off.
No, you did not, sir.
I paid $230 yesterday.
One moment. Can you print them in?
What charges?
We're looking up all the various tickets. Mr. Funch, please bear with us.
Yeah, no problem. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Come on, Jack. Hey, Charlie. You got... I'm missing one of these fittings. Huh? It's up there. There's a whole box of them up there somewhere, unless somebody took them. I get my glass today, finally. Woohoo! Yeah, I get that glass and the side glass. Oh, that's been broke for over a year. That's when, oh, you're lucky. I got one left. Nope, take it.
All right, Mr. Funch, I'm ready. It appears, if you could unmute again, we had to mute you. If you could hit your *6 again.
Okay, Jesus, wow. All right, I'm ready. Yes.
All right. So it appears you had a total of 5 tickets in this court. You had a ticket, case number 19W002700B for an expired plate.
All right.
You paid $150 on that yesterday. You had a ticket for impeding traffic, which you owed a balance of $80 on. And you paid that yesterday as well for a total of $230. Is that correct?
Yes. That's correct, yes.
All right. The problem, sir, is that you have 3 more tickets with this court. You have a ticket.
Well, they didn't. Okay, I'm sorry. Well, can I say something?
You can say whatever you
last time I was in court, they told me just to pay the $220 and that they give me some time to pay the rest. That's exactly what she said, word for word.
I'm not suggesting to you you don't have time to pay the rest. I'm suggesting to you still have to pay the rest.
Yeah, not a problem. I know that.
Well, you just told me that you paid your tickets off and you didn't have any tickets, is what you said.
Well, I paid out what they asked me to pay. That's what I'm saying.
Well, sir, you need to schedule a payment plan to pay off the rest of your tickets. That's why you're here before me. Okay?
All right.
So you have a zoning ticket, 19T11370. That ticket has a balance due of $511. You have a ticket for junk, let's see, junk ticket, 19T11371. These are both on the same day. Looks like, let's see here. 70 is the zoning, parking on the lawn front, which was a third offense. That was from 2019. And then you have junk on the porch and on the property from the same, yep, these are the same days. And then you have
What date?
This is
What day was that issued?
April 25th of 2019.
Gotcha, okay.
And then you have one from January the 14th of 2019 for work being done without a permit, and that is for another zoning violation. So what it shows here is that you owe $511 on the 70 ticket, $156 on the 371 ticket, and $426 on the 19T13278 for a total of $1,093.
Well, I am not working. I'm trying to get my a medical retirement. They had to chop off a couple of my toes. I am doing the best I can do here. Let me see. Yeah, you're gonna have to give me at least 6 months to pay that. I mean, either just give me the 6 months and I'll come up with it, or I can do a monthly payment.
Let's do a
month.
let's do a monthly payment. So how much can you pay per month?
Well, it's $1,000, so it's 6 months. 2, 4, 6.
Well, you're the one who said
So $200 a month. I'll pay.
You can pay that a month, sir?
Yeah.
Okay. On what day of the month?
Well, I usually get my check on the 2nd or the 3rd. So let's say on the 5th of each month.
All right. I'll set you up with a payment plan of $200 on the 5th of each month.
Okay.
And then I will see you back here on September 11th to make sure you're making your payments. If you're making your payments, you don't have to be here. September 11th at 10 o'clock.
All right, September 11th. All right, sounds good. All right, thank you.
Have a good day, sir.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Why you can show up? All right.
Yes. We don't have any data packets, right? We don't have any 11 o'clock. So I guess it is
No.
11 o'clock. Right? Persons.
Correct.
Okay. All right, one moment, Mr. Barnett. Let me get myself together and then I'll start calling for your peers. All right, the court will now call the failure to appears. The court will call the matter of Ypsilanti Township versus Davion Copeland, case number 22W002986.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Assistant Public Defender Sandra White on behalf of Davion Copeland. I did receive a call this morning from my office that he had matters in Wayne County and would not be appearing.
That how this works now? Did he make his payments?
I do not believe so, Your Honor. Let me check again to see if anything was made this morning. When I last checked, no. I must have spelled his name wrong. Sorry, I keep spelling his name wrong. No payments, Your Honor.
You're muted if you're saying something.
Thank you. The defendant failed to appear, and he failed to pay. He was here last time, but the time before that, he failed to appear and failed to pay at that time too. He's been promising me that he was going to pay off this last balance every time he shows up, and then he fails to show the next time. It's become a habit for him to show and then fail to appear. Bench warrant to issue $1,250, 10%. Rayshawn Ellis, 23W004881R, 24W000425, and 24W000393.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Mr. Ellis is supposed to be here for payments. He had the PD on the R ticket, which was reduced to an impeding traffic, so I think it's still the PD's case. Technically, could someone look up and see whether he has made any payments on any of these tickets?
Assistant Public Defender Sandra White on behalf of Rayshawn Ellis. Let me check.
He's supposed to be making $200 a month is what he told me he could make. Let me see if Ellis has made any payments.
I don't see a payment on the 425 ticket. I'm looking on the 393. No, Your Honor, I do not see a payment on either ticket.
All right,
Oh, it looks like there's a third, I'm sorry.
we've looked at all three. And defendant
Okay.
has not made the payment. Defendant failed to appear, failed to pay. Show cause will be scheduled in these matters on July 17th, 2024 at 10. The court will call the matters of DeMonte Horton, case numbers 23W000748A and B, 23W1067, 23W002101, and 23W003414A.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Assistant Public Defender Sandra White on behalf of DeMonte Horton.
Mr. Horton
Looks
has
like
a plan of $75 per month. Has he been
that
making
is,
payment?
looks like he made a payment, one payment on case number 23W003414A of $75. I'm trying to see when, I'm sorry.
So he last made a payment on April 3rd. So he made at least one payment. I'm gonna do it for a show cause. And I'll schedule it for July 24th, 2024 at 10. The court will call the matters of Jake Schaffer, not sure, 23W004030 and 23W003900A.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Assistant Public Defender Davy Lebo on behalf of Mr. Schaefer. I did speak to Mr. Schaefer yesterday, so I'm surprised that he isn't here. I am checking right now to see if he has made a payment.
Thank you.
He did inform that he would be requesting a $50 a month payment plan, and I did advise him that even in that case, he still needs to be appearing in court.
Defendant has failed to appear, failed to pay. This is the second time. Bench warrant to issue. What are the elements, please? All right. $3,250, 10%. And the ticket that ends in 3900A. $2,100, 10%, and the remaining ticket. Ypsilanti Township versus Dorian McPherson, case number 23T00457.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Assistant Public Defender Sandra White on behalf of Dorian McPherson.
Thank you. Mr. McPherson is still in the hospital.
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's just hear payments at this point. We'll set it out to August 21st, 2024 at 10 a.m.